In the previous video of Act 4, Part 1, we had covered till the speech of Prospero, where he is commanding Ariel to bring before him a corollary so that a mass can be conducted. On the other hand side, he is requesting Ferdinand and Miranda to maintain silence and just look to the mask presented before them. Soft music. Enter Iris. Iris, Ceres, most bounteous lady, thy rich lees of wheat, rye, barley, vetches, oats, and peas, thy turfy mountains where live nimbling sheep, and flat meads thatched with stover them to keep, thy banks with pinned and twilled brims, which spongy April at thy hest betrims, to make cold nymphs chaste crowns, and thy broom groves whose shadow the dismissed bachelor's loves. Being last lawn, thy pole cliffed vineyards, and thy sea marge, sterile and rocky hard, where thou thyself dost air, the queen of the sky, whose watery arch and messenger am I, bids thee leave these, and with her sovereign grace, here on this grass plot, in this very place, to come and sport. Her peacocks fly amain, approach rich Ceres, her to entertain. Now with the meanings. Iris is the goddess of rainbow, and she is believed to be the messenger of the gods, especially Juno. Juno, who is the queen of the sky and lightning, as well as she is also considered as the goddess of marriage and childbirth. So in the first line we have the word bounteous. Bounteous means generously, to give away generously. Then rich here stands for fertile. Lease is fields. Then vetches in the next line stands for fodder. Turfy, grassy. Nimbling, grazing. Flat meadows are the meadows or the plains or the plain area of land. Thatched is covered. Stover once again is meant for fodder or straw. Then the banks, when we talk about in the next line, it stands for the river banks. Pinned is standing for uncomparable. Twilled is covered with reeds. Brim stands for border. Spongy April is talking about the season in the month of April. Okay. Hest stands for command. Betrims stands for decorate. Chaste in the next line stands for pure. Nymphs is the for nymph you can take it the spirits. Then broom groves is the woods which grow where grow beautiful flowers. Dismissed bachelor is standing for the rejected lovers. Last lawn is once again the sweetheart or the beloved, which is forsaken, rejected. Thy pole clipped vineyards, here we are talking about the grapevines which need support. Why? Because they are overloaded with fruits. Sea marsh, it is the margin near to the sea or the coastal area. Sterile and rocky hard is standing for free from bacteria, or the other sense is pure, clean. Then you have in the next second line, you have watery. Watery is for rainbow arch, or it is basically talking about Iris, who is the goddess of rainbow. Then you have with her sovereign. With her sovereign stands for at her command, at the command of the sovereign grace. Your sovereign grace has been taken for goddess Juno. Okay. Then the second last line you have sport. Sport is standing for the play, and amain is standing for fast or rapidly. So here in this particular speech spoken by Iris, she is addressing the speech of hers to Ceres. Why? Because she has come with an invitation as Ceres has to go or follow the command of Juno, which has been brought in front of Ceres by Iris. So Ceres is being praised by Iris. How she is going to praise her? Let's see. Ceres, most bounteous lady, thy rich lease of wheat, rye, barley, vetches, oats, and peas. Oh dear bounteous, oh dear Ceres, you are really generous, and just because of your generosity, the fields of wheat, rye, barley, oats, and peas are fertile. They bear so much of crops. Thy turfy mountains where live nimbling sheep. Here the meaning is Iris is talking about the mountain area which is totally covered with grass, and as it is so grassy, the mountains are so grassy that it becomes a favorite place for the sheep. Why? They can easily graze out there. Exactly in the next line also, the plains, the grassy plains have been covered, which again provides fodder or the food for the kettles. Then you have thy banks with piant and twilled brims, which spongy April at thy hest betrims. So here Iris is talking about the river banks, which due to the blessings of Ceres, who is taken as the goddess of agriculture, just because of her blessings, the river banks are totally covered with uncomparable beautiful reeds or the flowers, okay, which are often found growing in the month of April. Spongy April is meant for the fresh showers which are felt usually on the earth due to the blessings of Ceres, and this all happens only at the commands of Ceres, goddess of agriculture, or she is also considered as the goddess of all the fruits present or found on this earth. To make cold nymphs chaste crowns, and when the earth in this season becomes so beautiful, looks so beautiful, totally covered with beautiful yellow flowers, this place becomes really the river banks, the corners, the river banks happen to be the favorite place of the nymphs. Why? Because they love to visit this place for the reason of because they want to create new crowns for themselves. And thy broom groves, we are talking about the woods. Just because of your blessings, the woods also get covered with beautiful flowers. These woods, which are the favorite place for the bachelors, the unmarried young fellows who love to be all alone, this becomes the favorite place. Why? They are wanting to spend some time all alone. And even it is a place, a favorite place for the ones who are rejected in love. They are forsaken by their beloveds. Next point is thy pole-cliffed vineyards and thy sea marsh, sterile and rocky hard, where thou thyself dost err. So Iris continues talking to Ceres, and she says that you, just because of you, the poles are required for the grapevines. Why? Because they get overloaded with fruit just because of your blessings, and to stand erect they need the support of the poles. And your favorite place, O goddess Ceres, your favorite place on this earth is where? It is next to the sea, that is the margin of the sea, where you always are found enjoying your time. Okay. And why you enjoy this place? Why you love to be here in this place? Because this place is pure and clean. Okay, so it is bacteria free, it is pure and clean, and that is the reason the sea margin, it becomes your favorite place. And often if somebody has to search for you, you will be found in such a place where the air is pure and fresh. Oh dear Ceres, I have come here on the command of the Queen of Skies. Queen of Skies stands for Goddess Juno, and bring before you a message Why? Because I am her messenger, and that is the reason on her command I have brought a message for you. Immediately, as soon as possible, I request you to leave this favorite place of yours and come to the grass plot, where very soon she will be joining you to play along with you. Sport here means to play along with you. And let me inform you further that she has already started her journey to reach out to this place. Why? She has already taken up her chariot driven by the peacocks, and very quickly, very rapidly she will be approaching this particular grassy plot. So, oh dear Ceres, I request you to come as soon as possible, join her, join Goddess Juno, and be present there to entertain her. To entertain her is to welcome her. So in short, let me tell you that how many points have been included in this speech of Iris. First, Iris is talking about the fertile lands. Okay, then she talks about the turfy mountains. After that, she is talking about the plains. Then next to it is the river banks. After that, she is talking about the woody areas. Okay, then talking about the pole cliffed vineyards. Vineyards have been talked about. And lastly, she is talking about the sea margin, the area near to the sea. Now next speech is by Ceres. Enter Ceres. Ceres, hail many-colored messenger, that never dost disobey the wife of Jupiter, who with thy saffron wings upon my flowers diffusest honey drops refreshing showers, and with each end of thy blue bow dost crown my bosky acres and my unshrubbed down, rich scarf to my proud earth. Why had thy queen summoned me hither to this short grassed green? So the meanings: hail stands for greetings. Then in the fourth line you have the term diffusest, which means scattered. Honey drops is standing for raindrops sweet as honey. Then blue bow is standing for the sky. Then bosky stands for wooded. Acres is the area of land. Unshrubbed is the unfertile or the barren lands. Okay, so these are the meanings. Now here Ceres is talking to Iris, and she is sending greetings, speaking greetings to Iris, and she says, oh my dear Iris, greetings to you. Oh dear many-colored Iris, I greet you, welcome you, that never dost disobey the wife of Jupiter. You are such a great messenger who has never ever disobeyed your queen, that is Queen Juno, who with thy saffron wings upon my flowers diffusest honey drops refreshing showers. So you are the one, just because of you, because of your saffron colored wings, the orange red colored wings, always you never forgot to scatter raindrops which are sweet as honey over the earth, over my earth, the flowers which grow on the earth. Okay, and you always refreshing showers means you always, just because of your presence, the earth happens to receive the fresh showers, and this is the reason the beautiful flowers which grow on the earth, on my earth, happen to look so beautiful, as if you have scattered raindrops as sweet as honey upon them. You are the one who has never forgotten to create or cover my head, that is the earth is speaking out here, Goddess Ceres is speaking out here. You are the one, just because of you the sky gets a look of a beautiful rainbow, a rainbow which covers each and every area of the earth, whether it is the wooded areas or the unshrubbed areas, whatever it is, each and every area of the earth gets a beautiful scarf around it, and thus you make the earth feel proud about it. Can you tell me, O Ceres, what is the reason why your Queen Juno had summoned me? Can you tell me the reason? What is the reason why she has called me? What is the reason why she is wanting me to come to that grassy plot? Can you give me the reason? Now in the next speech of Iris, Iris is going to convey the reason why Ceres has been summoned by goddess Juno. So Iris, a contract of true love to celebrate and some donation freely to estate on the blessed lovers. Meaning, contract of true love is to solemnize the contract of true love. Celebrate is the marriage. Okay, celebration means any kind of celebration it is being talked about. Donation freely is to bestow gifts, to distribute gifts. Okay, so blessed lovers here is standing for basically Ferdinand and Miranda. So Iris is telling the reason why Ceres has been summoned by goddess Juno, and she says that you, oh dear goddess Ceres, you have been called because a contract of true love has to be solemnized on the earth, and the reason you are being called is that you have to shower your blessings upon the new lovers. Okay, so Ceres, tell me, heavenly bow, if Venus or her son, as thou dost know, do now attend the queen, since they did plot the means that dusky Dis my daughter got, her and her blind boy scandaled company I have forsworn. Now Ceres, before giving her consent to Iris that she is going to follow the commands given to her, sent to her through Iris, she is just inquiring about something. And what is that something? She is wanting to know whether Venus and her son here is standing for Cupid, is also going to be present there on that grassy plot or not. So before we go into the further details, let's talk about the meanings. Bow in the first line is standing for rainbow, just a way to address Iris. Her son, I have already conveyed, stands for Cupid, Venus's son named Cupid. Venus is taken as the goddess of love, and Cupid is on the other hand taken as the son of Venus. And always it is said that he was also the god of love, and it was said that he was blind, and just because being blind, whoever he hit his arrow, that particular person fell in love. So this is what should be known about Cupid. This was his role. Okay, and you should know about it. As thou dost know, do now attend the queen, since they did plot the means that dusky Dis stands for Pluto, god of death. He is also named as Hades, Hades, Hades. Okay, so they are the ones who scandaled. Scandal stands for plotted, conspired, plotted, and forsworn is promised. So here comes the meaning. Tell me, heavenly bow. So Ceres is just wanting to find out from the Iris whether at that plot where she has been commanded to come, is Venus and her son Cupid to be found. If this is going to happen, then it will be difficult for her to attend the queen. Why? Because Venus and Cupid together, along with the god of death, had abducted her daughter named Proserpina, and this is the reason she is she is telling Iris that I have promised to myself that wherever she happened to find these two, she will not visit that particular place. Next speech of Iris, let's see what she tells about Venus and Cupid. Of her society be not afraid, I met her deity cutting the clouds towards Phephos, and a son dove drawn with her. Here thought they to have done some wanton charm upon this man and maid, whose vows are that no bed right shall be paid, ere Hymen's torch be lighted, but in vain. Mars' hot minion is returned again, her waspish headed son has broke his arrows, swears he will shoot no more, but play with sparrows and be a boy right out. So the meanings: society here is standing for companionship, then deity is standing for goddess Venus, cutting is moving across, then Phephos is the name of a famous city on the island of Cyprus. Sun here is standing for Cupid, dove drawn is the chariot driven by the doves, right? Then Vantum stands for mischievous or the naughty spells. Then man and maid has been referred for Ferdinand and Miranda. Then you have Hymen's torch. Is standing for before. Hymen's torch, you can take it. It has been addressed for the god of marriages, and he was supposed to be carrying a lamp which was lighted when a marriage was solemnized or performed. But vain, it is a failure. But vain is referring to failure. The plans failed. Mars, hot minion. Mars is taken for the god of war, and the god of war was her favorite was this goddess Venus. Okay, the goddess of love. She was a favorite to god of Mars, that is god of war. Washfish headed means ill-tempered. It has been referred for Cupid. Broke is he has decided to break his arrows. Then in the last line you have and be a boy right out. Be a boy right out is standing for just a common boy. So here the explanation of a society, be not afraid. So Iris is confirming the details related to Venus and Cupid. She is saying to Ceres, oh dear Ceres, goddess Ceres, do not be afraid to be in the companionship of Venus and Cupid. Why? Because while I was approaching you, while I was coming towards you, I saw both the mother and the son leaving the place and moving towards Phaphos. Okay, the famous city on the island of Cyprus. So they were on their dove-driven chariot, and they were moving across the clouds towards which direction? Towards Cyprus. Here thought they to have done some wanton charms upon this man and maid. So the reasons why they left that place, Iris is telling to Ceres that they had come to this grassy plot because they wanted to play some kind of mischief upon Ferdinand and Miranda, and they tried their level best to make these two to break their promises, but all in vain. They couldn't do so. Okay, why? Because Ferdinand and Miranda were found determined to follow their promises. We have already talked about it, that anyhow they required the blessings of God, and this was the oath they had taken, that they are not going to be intimate before the their marriage is solemnized. So both Ferdinand and Miranda were very strict towards keeping their promises, and that was the reason when Venus and Cupid could not do anything to break their promises, to make this Ferdinand and Miranda to break their promises. Finally they thought that they are not required out there, and finally they leave that place, and this was the reason it is said that they were moving towards the island of Cyprus. But vain, Mars' hot minion is returned now. So as it was a failure for both Venus and Cupid, finally the son and the mother decided to move out from that place. This Venus, who is taken as the beloved of Mars, the god of war, she made up her mind that she is not required to remain there, and that was the reason she moved away from there. Along with her moved out her ill-tempered son, that is Cupid, and before he left the particular place, he decided that he is going to break his arrows, because he found that the arrows were of no use. Why? Because they could not break the promises of Ferdinand and Miranda, and this was the reason, feeling helpless, he decided that it would be better that he should start behaving like a common boy, and instead of playing with the arrows, he should start playing with sparrows. Thank you.